What's up, you guys? You already saw the cover of this video. We're going to be working on a light bar and probably a few other things. Light bar, a valance on the front, some support posts, and we're really just going to be getting this truck finishing touches basically. The light bar is going to help me to see clearly at night. This light bar has been burning out over time. Certain lights will go out. And we're going to work on the valance, which will give support to the front, so the front tire is going to take less hits and it's just going to be straight to the cage, which is much stronger. So let's get straight into that. I'll show you guys what I have on the bench so far. So really what we're looking at here is just a few of these little plastic light buckets that I've got at my local RC store and from other various places, and those are going to go in here. So I've got a top and a bottom one, and I'm going to be putting little bits of this in between there. So we're going to have little lights in between, and it should look good. I'm going to make this, but I do really like the way this light bar looks too. So I'll build it, and I'll let you guys decide in the comments which one I use. So, and then I have my valance already made here and bent it in the vise. We're going to put that over here just like so. And then we're going to put some other supports in to go down and out to the valance just like so. I'll have to cut those up. So I'm gonna cut these little pieces here to go in between the lights, and then I'll have to cut little pieces of sheet metal to go between to hold these lights on so I can screw them on. They just screw from the bottom there, and then I'll be able to weld them on. That was a mouthful. I'll just show you guys the process. There's 4 lights burnt out here and 4 lights burnt out here, so it kind of looks like missing teeth or something. So this should hopefully be a lot better. It seems to be a bit of a repeating thing now, slow-mo edits of me welding, but that's alright. Let's get to it, guys. I did like a few welds, and I was starting to get worried that I was trying to weld aluminum. I really need to learn more about that stuff. All I know, MIG, probably can't weld aluminum, so not bad though. We got the first one on. It's steel, don't worry. I wouldn't try and weld aluminum with a MIG welder. Alright, so I like to take pride in my work, but these welds that I've done are honestly a disgrace to the family name. What the heck is going on? Can you see that? I mean, like, some of the top ones aren't bad, but like, I look at this and it looks like a 15-year-old kicking around in his garage with a welder, so I might just need to start over. That's embarrassing. Oh, okay. Let's try and find something else here. That's nasty. If I can save this with a file, you guys need to subscribe or at least drop the video a like. I mean, like, the color's nice. The coloring is nice. The heat treatment or whatever you want to call it. The way the heat changed the color looks good, but I'm probably taking that off. I mean, like I think there's a good core under here. Like, the welds are strong. Just gotta line them up, you know? Bear with me here. Alright guys, so I'm going back out to the garage now because I made this plate and it's gonna go along the bottom here. So flip the camera here so you guys can see that's gonna go like that. This plate's gonna tuck up there, so I just have to do a few tacks. I've kind of saved this part and I think it looks pretty good actually. Now I've made this plate that's going to go on there as well, and I'm just going to screw those little lights onto the light buckets onto that plate there, and then I'll weld that plate onto the frame that goes around the lights. So that's how I'm going to do it. I don't recommend welding a t-shirt, but I just have like 1 or 2 welds to do, so let's do that real quick. Alright, so here's what we're looking at for the light bar. I spent a lot of time using the file to clean everything up, and I think it looks not too bad. Now, it's not perfect, but I think it looks pretty good. Now, you guys are going to bully me in the comments for my welds, but it is what it is. They're strong. I'm using a MIG welder, right, so it's a little bit tricky. And then this metal is different thickness from this. So getting it so that it wasn't melting through this, but it was also getting a good grip on this was a little bit tricky. But also for the bottom here, these welds aren't very tidy, but it was hard to get my welder to do a low enough heat to actually not melt through this plate, because this is just some really thin, probably like 1/16 plate, steel plate. So yeah, anyway, on the truck it looks pretty sweet. I'm going to use my previous mounts there. I'll mount it up there. Then on this side, I'll mount it just like so there. And it'll be pretty good. It's very strong. And I think it looks really good overall. Now, if we move down here, I've cut my previous light bar so that I have 12 LEDs across. And that's what I'll be using for my front LED bar. It's very bright. I've tested it. I'll just need to weld it or put some tabs in there on the side. And then I'll put my valance on right here, and that should look pretty sweet. I'll probably add some little struts going out here to support it so it doesn't get bent over time. And if you'll excuse the mess on my workbench, it was very clean before I started this project, but you know how things go if you work on projects like this. At the back here, I wanted to add some little posts that go from here through so that these don't fall off. I'll still use the straps because they look fairly scale, but that'll be nice so that they're not wiggling around and stuff. So that's probably going to be one of the last things I do. But I also wanted to add some little support posts that go up and down here. And it might seem a bit unnecessary, but you can see over time I've hit some pretty hard bumps, and this is starting to bend in. That's just a little small thing. It doesn't matter too much, but that'll make it a little more durable. This truck is looking very good, and that light bar is going to look even better on there. So I'll need to work on this tomorrow, but this is where we're finishing off for today.